This is a Monday, September 13th edition of the Concacaf Champions League Preview Show. I'm your host, Scott Kleba. After a 2-week break, Round 3 starts tomorrow with 4 games. At 8 p.m., in Group B, the Columbus Crew hosts Joe Public, while Monterey and Marathon battle in Group C. At 10 p.m., Municipal and Santos meet in a Group B encounter, and Saprissa and the Seattle Sounders square off in Group C. And that's where we'll start. Saprissa put the spring back into its Champions League step with a 4-1 win over visiting Marathon in its last outing. 4 different players got on the score sheet, including Jairo Arrieta, who has scored in all 3 editions of the Champions League. He spoke to Concacaf TV after the game.
It was very important for us to win tonight, and we were focused on that goal. We had been through some difficult times, but it's under those hard times when the team shows its true character. We work even harder for the victory, and thank God we got the good result today.
The win over Marathon was the Purple Monsters' first in 6 CCL games dating back to last year. The question is if they can make it 2 in a row against Seattle. After winning its first ever Champions League game against Isidro Metapan, the Sounders have gone winless in their last 3. A 2-0 loss at home to Monterey in Round 2 was nothing to fret over, but defender Jeff Park knows that it was not a moral victory.
It's disappointing. I'm frustrated. I'm angry about the result. They're a good team, but we should have done better, and we should have gotten a result here. We didn't create enough. They did a good job against us, but the result's disappointing, and we should have done better.
This will be Seattle's 4th game against Central American opposition in its first 5. 3 points will vault them back into Group C contention. Let's keep it in Group C, where things couldn't be better for Monterey in its first ever CCL journey. The table-topping Rayados welcome Marathon and its new head coach, Edwin Pavon, to the Estadio Tecnológico. In Round 2, Monterey got past Seattle comfortably, posting its second shutout in 2 games. Nery Cardozo and Aldo de Negris scored the goals. Paraguayan Osvaldo Martinez is delighted with his team's play.
Our goal is to solidify our position at the international level. Thank God we were able to win the last international game we played. And that puts us on a victory road that's so important to us.
Against Saprissa 2 weeks ago, things were looking good for Marathon. Mario Berrios scored in the 32nd minute, and it was 1-1 at the interval. But when Randy Diamond was ejected less than a minute into the second half, events changed quickly. A possible good away result became a harsh loss. Last week, after a 3-2 domestic defeat at Real España, head coach Nicolas Soazo was relieved of his duties and was replaced by Edwin Pavon, who guided the Green Monster in 1997. Marathon has a more than respectable record against Mexican teams in the Champions League, with 3 wins and a tie in 6 games. You could say that the Columbus Crew have been even-Steven in the Champions League thus far. They have 1 win and 1 loss in 2 games, scoring 1 goal and allowing 1 goal. Against visiting Joe Public, they are looking to vary the pattern. A 1-0 loss at Santos on August 24th was frustrating. The goal came near the end of the game, making Andy Iroh's disallowed goal more frustrating. Emilio Renteria, the man who supplied the pass to Iroh, shared his thoughts with Concacaf TV after the game.
They have great players who control the ball well. In fact, they had more possession of the ball than we did. But we were looking to score on the counterattack and go home with a point. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but I think we played well. And now we have to concentrate on the next game.
Columbus has only 1 win in its last 7 Champions League games, averaging a goal per game over that stretch. Joe Public was pleased to get a point at Municipal on August 26th. After all, they were down to 10 men when Michael Lewis scored the equalizer 3 minutes into second-half injury time. In 6 all-time CCL away games, they are 2-2-2. However, in their last 7 in the competition overall, the Macoya-based side has only 1 win, conceding 20 goals over that stretch, a mark they need to improve in Columbus. When Municipal and Santos meet in Guatemala City, much will be on the line. A win for Santos puts them in prime position for advancement to the quarterfinals. Municipal will be searching for only its 2nd ever CCL win after getting 3 points only once in 8 all-time games. Ivan Estrada confirmed Santos' position atop the Group B table last month when his late goal against Columbus gave his side maximum points from 2 games. In its last 4 CCL encounters, the Guerreros are a perfect 4-0-0, averaging 3 goals per game and allowing less than 1. Municipal let 3 home points slip away with the 1-1 tie against Joe Public, Mario Rodriguez gave the Rojos a 77th minute lead. Sergio Guevara expressed his disappointment after the game.
This was a true loss for us. We were winning, playing on our own turf, but unfortunately, and due to our own mistake, we failed to mark them and they scored last minute. So we just have to keep working. It's hard because we had the 3 points in our pocket, but we got to keep working. It's going to be difficult, but it's not a great loss. I mean, there are many more games left, so we can't be down. We have to keep working. That's how it is.
Municipal have never won or lost in 4 all-time Champions League games at home. Well, that's all for today. Please join us again tomorrow when we take a look at Wednesday's games. Remember to log on to Concacaf.com for live games, highlights, news, previews, and more. Thanks for watching Concacaf TV, your source for the Champions League.